Hello everybody and welcome to another CB Show Tunes tutorial. Now today what we're going to be covering is how to make a teleporter as well as making a menu script to where we can open up a menu and then be able to use a input coordinator or input code, type in the name of a teleporter and then be able to teleport. We also want to be able to make sure that whenever we're on the teleporter we can activate it by pressing a certain button. While we're off the teleporter we can't activate it at all. So let's go and get into this tutorial. So starting off, you're going to need a 3D object. So I'm going to right click into this scene and I'm just going to add a cube, right? Now it doesn't really matter where the cube is. I'm going to go ahead and reset it. And as you can see, it's just simply sitting right here, right? So that is going to be called your portal. Now the next thing that you're going to need to do is add a child object. Now this could be an empty, it could be a cube. I'm going to go ahead and add a cube just because it's there. And we're going to call this portal sensor. So this demonstrates that we have the portal name right here and the portal sensor right here. Now this is very important because if you take a look at our portals right here, if I select this 0000 location, as you can see we have this portal, which is right here, and then the portal sensor, which is inside the center. Now you can set this portal to look like anything that you want, but the portal sensor just needs to be the area that is going to be activated. And this of course is going to have a script called portal script on it, which as you can see right here. Okay, the next thing that you're going to need of course is the game manager. I of course created this portal management empty game object, and I added a script called portal control, and we're going to get into these scripts as soon as possible. So let's go and hop into this portal script, which is connected to our portal sensor. So if we head over here, we're going to go over to our portal script, and as you can see we have this using Unity Engine, using system.collection, scene management, and UI. These are all useful, and I would advise using them inside this script. I don't believe we're going to be using the UI inside here, but if you are, then just make sure that you put that inside there just in case. Okay, so let's get into the grid. So as you can see we have two public variables called game objects. One is a map menu canvas and one is a player. So this is basically where we're going to be putting our canvas or our UI canvas, and this is where we're going to be putting our player. Next we're going to create a private test p move player move script. So this is basically we're going to be grabbing this script. So whatever your character's move script is going to be called, that's what you're going to put inside there. Then you're going to be putting the name of what you want to be called inside this script. So we're going to be calling it player move script. Next, you want to make a private animator, anim, and that will be basically looking for this player's animation. Alright, under void start, we're going to say player move script is equal to player.getComponent, and we're going to be collecting the test p move or the movement script. Anim is going to be equal to this animator, so we're going to be collecting this animator from the player. And then of course we're going to be setting active, or we're going to be collecting this canvas and we're going to be setting its activity to false. So it's no longer going to be, I guess you could say, if you see it on the screen right now, it's because it is active. So when we set it to not being active, it will just go off the scene. So that's just a preset. You can automatically just take it off of here by just disabling it, and then you can just enable it later on, but for now we're not worried about that. Now here comes the fun part. We're going to have a void on trigger state. So whenever a player is going to be inside here, we're going to say if input.getKey down keycode.e. So basically we're going to say we're going to press E when we're inside this trigger. And that's why you have it on the portal sensor, That way, it will only activate when you're inside the portal sensor. So you want to disable the player move script. You want to disable the anim script, so you're not continuously moving. You want to just stop it. Then of course you're going to set the time.timescale is equal to 0. And basically just stopping every single movement inside the game. And then you're going to say map menu canvas.setActive is equal to true. So now we're activating this canvas. Alright, so now since we got that discussed, we're going to be talking about the portal control. So I believe it's here. Save that. Okay, so just like before, we have all these different variables are using, and those are just preset just for me, just because I like them there. And as you can see, we have the same exact identical public game objects inside this. You're just simply going to collect the same thing. And now you're going to get the portal locations. So you're going to make an array of portals. So basically, see these two square brackets? That's what an array is. So we just named it public game object array portal. And what this does is if I select my portal management, as you can see, we have this element that says portal, right? What portal is basically we can set a certain amount of number of portals and it will add that many number of portals. So right now we have 5 portals, and then we just have to plug in those game objects. Alright, so next we want to put the public int port num. So we're going to be selecting an individual port number, and we need to select a public text coordinator inserter, and that will be inside our UI system. So if I head over to our portal menu, which is our canvas, as you can see, we have this input field, and that will be our input coordinator. So as you can see, we have our portal menu right here, and the coordinator inserter will be the text inside of the input field. So this right here. Alright, so now since we covered that, we're going to keep on moving down this thing. So just like inside the portal script, we're going to be just calling these functions, and then we're going to make a public void called return, and this will be for our button. So on our menu, if I come over here, as you can see, we have this return button. So that allows us to return because we have this public void right here called return. And I'll discuss how we do that in a second. So we just enable all this stuff again and set the time scale to equal 1, and then disable the map. So now we're going to talk about how we did this. So all you need to do is simply grab whatever has that script on it, which is our portal, I believe it's portal control. Yeah, portal control. All you need to do is grab portal control and then just drag it onto the button down here. And if you don't have this, just simply add the plus, and there you go. I'll get more into UI in a couple later tutorials, but for now, that's just the basics. Anyway, so now we have the teleport button. So what you need to do is copy the script exactly like it is and have the variables exactly like it is. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this before. The for I is equal to 0, and then I is greater than whatever plus plus or .links plus that. Yeah. So what you're going to do is simply select your port num, which is going to be equal to here, is equal to 0, and then port num is greater than portal, which is your array, .links. Then you can say port num plus plus, and then of course your curly brackets, and inside here you're going to say if portal array port num dot name is equal to your coordinator inserter dot text, so whatever your text is. Then you're going to say player move script, and you're just going to enable all that sort of stuff again. And then here comes the magic. So all you need to do is type in player.transform.position, is equal to portal array port num. So you're selecting which number it is by using this equation. Then you're going to say dot transform dot position. So now our player is going to move to that location and everything's going to go back to normal. Okay, so that covers all that scripting. If you guys need to go back over that scripting and all, then just pause the video and redo that, and that'll be great. Okay, so now we're just going to discuss the last part about this is just dropping everything where it goes. So as you can see, we have our 5 elements right here. All I did was simply selected the portal and dragged it into there. As you can see, -07, -07, 07, 07. And let me just change one of these names. So we're going to just call this portal, just so you guys can see what we're doing here. So if I go over to our portal management, as you can see, it updated it already. Let's go ahead and save it and then press play. So if I go back over here, and as you can see, this is not 00, this one is. But if we press E and then type in 00:00 again and press teleport, we don't teleport, right? But now if we type in portal, teleport, and we teleport it. And that's all that we need to do. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, please leave it inside the comment section below, and I will get back to you guys as soon as I can. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.